The elephant is the largest terrestrial animal of the class of mammals, chordates, trunk order, elephant family. Elephant description, characteristics. Elephants are giants among animals. The elephant height is 2 to 4 m. The weight of an elephant is 3 to 7 tons. Elephants in Africa, especially savanna elephants, often weigh up to 10 to 12 tons. The elephant's powerful body is covered with thick, up to 2-5 centimeters, skin of brown or gray color with deep wrinkles. Elephant cubs are born with sparse bristles, and adults are almost devoid of vegetation. The head of the animal is fairly large, with ears of remarkable size. Elephant ears have a fairly large surface area, they are thick at the base with thin edges, and are usually a good regulator of heat exchange. Wiggling the ears allows the animal to increase the cooling effect. The elephant's leg has 2 kneecaps. This structure makes the elephant the only mammal that cannot jump. In the center of the foot is a fat pad that springs up with each step, allowing these powerful animals to move almost silently. The elephant's trunk is an amazing and unique organ, formed by the fused nose and upper lip. Tendons and more than 100,000 muscles make it strong and flexible. The trunk performs a number of important functions, simultaneously allowing the animal to breathe, smell, touch, and grasp food. Elephants use their trunk to defend themselves, water themselves, eat, communicate, and even raise their offspring. Another attribute of the appearance is the elephant's tusks. They grow throughout their lives. The more powerful the tusks, the older their owner. The elephant's tail is about the same length as the hind legs. The tip of the tail is framed by stiff hairs that help drive away insects. The elephant's voice is peculiar. The sounds that the adult animal makes are called booming, mooing, whispering, and roaring elephants. The lifespan of an elephant is about 70 years. Elephants can swim very well and love water procedures, and their average land speed reaches 3 to 6 kilometers per hour. When running short distances, the elephant's speed sometimes increases to 50 kilometers per hour. Elephant species. There are 3 main species in the currently living elephant family, belonging to 2 genera. The genus African elephants are subdivided into 2 species, savanna elephant and forest elephant. The savanna elephant is distinguished by its giant size, dark color, well-developed tusks, and 2 spurs on the end of its trunk. It is found along the equator throughout Africa. The forest elephant is small in stature, up to 2.5 m. It withers, and has rounded ears. This species of elephant is common in tropical African forests. The species often interbreed and produce quite viable offspring. The genus Indian, Asiatic, elephants includes 1 species, the Indian elephant. It is smaller than the savanna elephant, but has a more powerful build and shorter legs. Its coloration is from brown to dark gray. The distinctive feature of this elephant species is the small quadrangular-shaped ears and a single spur at the end of the trunk. The Indian or Asian elephant is common in the tropical and subtropical forests of India, China, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Brunei, Bangladesh, and Indonesia. Where and how do elephants live? African elephants live almost all over the hot Africa, in Namibia and Senegal, in Kenya and Zimbabwe, in Guinea and the Republic of Congo, in Sudan and South Africa. Elephants feel fine in Zambia and Somalia. Unfortunately, the majority of the herd is forced to live in national reserves so as not to fall prey to barbarian poachers. The elephant lives in any landscape, but tries to avoid the desert zone and too dense tropical forests, preferring the savanna zone. Indian elephants live in northeastern and southern India, in Thailand, China, and the island of Sri Lanka, and inhabit Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, and Malaysia. In contrast to their counterparts from the African continent, Indian elephants like to settle in wooded areas, preferring tropical bamboo thickets and dense bushes. What do elephants eat? Elephants spend about 16 hours a day devouring food, and they gobble up about 300 kilograms of vegetation with gusto. Elephants eat grass, including cattail, papyrus in Africa, tree rhizomes, bark and leaves, such as ficus in India, wild bananas, apples, marula, and even coffee. The elephant's diet depends on its habitat, as different trees and grasses grow in Africa and India. These animals do not ignore agricultural plantations either, causing significant damage to corn, yams, and other crops with their visits. Their tusks and trunk help them get food, and their molars help them chew. The elephant's teeth change as they wear down. Elephants in the zoo are fed hay and greens, in large quantities, as well as vegetables, fruits, root vegetables, cabbage, apples, pears, carrots, beets, watermelons, boiled potatoes, oats, bran, willow twigs, bread, as well as the elephant's favorite dainty, bananas and other crops. In the wild, an elephant eats about 250 to 300 kilograms of food per day. In captivity, the elephant's food intake is as follows: about 10 kilograms of vegetables, 30 kilograms of hay, and 10 kilograms of bread. Adults are famous water drinkers. The elephant drinks about 100 to 300 liters of water per day, so these animals are almost always near water bodies. Elephant reproduction: elephants form family herds, 9 to 12 individuals, that include a mature female leader, her sisters, daughters, and immature males. The female elephant is the hierarchical link in the family. She matures by the age of 12 and is ready to bear offspring at 16. Mature males leave the herd at the age of 15 to 20 years, African at 25, and become solitary. Every year, males fall into an aggressive state caused by an increase in testosterone that lasts about 2 months, so it is not uncommon for serious clashes between clans, ending in injuries and mutilations. However, this fact has its own advantage: competition with experienced brethren stops young male elephants from mating early. Elephant reproduction occurs regardless of the season. The male elephant approaches the herd when he senses the female is ready to mate. Loyal to each other at normal times, the males have mating fights that result in the winner being allowed to the female. Elephant pregnancy lasts 20 to 22 months. Elephant mothers give birth in a community created by the females of the herd, surrounding and protecting the parturient from accidental danger. Usually one elephant cub weighing about a pound is born, sometimes twins are born. In just 2 hours, the newborn calf is on its feet and happily sucks on its mother's milk. Within days, the cub easily travels with congeners, grasping its trunk by its mother's tail. Milk feeding lasts up to 1.5 to 2 years, and all lactating females participate in the process. By 6 to 7 months of age, plant food is added to the milk. Why are elephants afraid of mice? Many people know about the subconscious fear that elephant giants have of small rodent representatives, mice. But that this fact is most likely a myth, not everyone knows. There is a legend according to which, in ancient times, there were so many mice that they dared to attack the elephant's legs, gnawed almost to the bone extremities of animals and made holes in them. That's why since then elephants began to sleep standing up instead of lying down. There is little logic in this, because many animals sleep standing up, such as horses, which are not afraid of mice. But to assume that lying elephant rodent can get into the trunk and cut off his air, which would lead to the death of an elephant, much more likely, especially since several such cases have been recorded. There is another theory, a little funny, but still, a mouse climbing on the elephant, strongly tickling the giant with their clingy paws, which makes the elephant feels a constant need to scratch, and it is quite difficult to do it. However, all such assumptions have been debunked by scientists. They have made sure that elephants are absolutely indifferent to mice, peacefully coexist with them in the cages of zoos, allowing the tiny rodents to enjoy the rest of their meal, and do not fear them at all. Why does the elephant have a long nose? The trunk is the most spectacular distinguishing feature of the elephant. Reaching about 1.5 meters in length and weighing 130 to 150 kilograms, this part of the body is just necessary for the animal, just as the hands, nose, or tongue of a person. The ancestors of elephants that lived in the marshes in the distant past had a very small trunk. It allowed them to breathe under the water column. Millions of years of evolution forced the elephant's ancient ancestor out of its swampy habitat, enormously increasing the size of the animal, and as a result, the elephant's trunk had to adapt to the new conditions of existence. With its trunk, the elephant lifts and carries weights, picks succulent bananas from palm trees and puts them in its mouth, like a nanoscope draws water from a lake or river and takes a shower during the scorching heat, makes thunderous trumpeting noises, captures odors, and helps itself to drink by pouring water into its mouth. Surprisingly, to be able to use the trunk as a multifunctional tool is a difficult science that small elephants learn not at once. Often the kids even step on their trunk, so caring mother elephants patiently, for several months, teach their children the art of using this necessary offshoot. Interesting facts about elephants: there are right and left-handed elephants, which affects the greater use of one of the tusks. The special structure of the auditory apparatus allows elephants to communicate with each other at low frequencies covering vast distances. The elephant is an animal that does not sweat because it has no sebaceous glands. Water treatments, mud baths, and ear wiggling help lower body temperature. Elephants are easy to tame and train. In ancient times, they were an excellent workforce and fighting animal. Today, elephants are used as means of transportation in impassable places. Adult elephants are almost invulnerable. Lions and crocodiles are a danger to small elephants. The only enemy of elephants is man, who ruthlessly exterminates animals for meat, skin, and bones. Barbaric hunting has led to a sharp decrease in the elephant population, the impossibility of seasonal migrations, and has limited the habitat to nature reserves and national parks. Domesticated elephants are quite good-natured and tolerant of mistreatment by negligent owners. A penchant for emotional distress and prolonged stress can lead to a nervous breakdown, with the elephant going on a rampage and smashing everything in its reach. Elephants are among the most intelligent mammals on the planet. Their excellent memory allows them to remember insults caused by people and the places of important events. Emotional animals are capable of rejoicing, sadness, suffering, and empathy for their loved ones.